Welcome back to another Out of the Woods adventure and the finale of the Wyoming series. Over the last week, we have had an amazing time exploring Wyoming, from the Grand Teton into the Wind River Range and also up in Montana to start the whole trip back in the first video. Now we're on our way over to Bend, Oregon for the Overland Expo, but on the way, there are a couple cool stops like this one at Shoshone Falls. Shoshone Falls is a huge waterfall located in Twin Falls, Idaho, and is also known as the Niagara of the West. The entry fee is only $5, so it's pretty nominal, and it's definitely worth a stop if you're traveling through southern Idaho. Alright, just made it to Shoshone Falls, which is a really cool spot not far off the freeway in southern Idaho, and absolutely worth the stop. I love this place. So not only is Shoshone Falls a great spot to have a nice break off the freeway if you're in the middle of a trip, but if you're looking for more of an adventure, there's definitely that option as well. You can bring a kayak or you can rent them there, and you can actually paddle up the river to the base of the falls like I did here a few years ago. It's honestly a great family trip as well. You will be exhausted after the full day float, but it's so much fun. So now we've seen the lower viewpoint, we're gonna go up to the upper viewpoint because I think up there we can get the rainbow to line up in front of the waterfall, which would be really, really pretty. And it's a good opportunity to stretch our legs in the middle of this like 10-hour drive. So it took us a minute to find the upper path because there's not really a connection between the lower area by the parking lot and this upper path. But we found a little dirt trail in between, and now we're on the upper path heading to the upper view that I've never actually been to. So this is kind of cool to see something new. I really was hoping the waterfall would line up with the rainbow, but either the rainbow went away or our angle just didn't work anymore, but it was not there. But the view was still absolutely beautiful. It was still cool seeing the waterfall from a new perspective as well. One thing to note about this waterfall, the water is not always flowing. I've definitely come here numerous times when there's just not a whole lot happening, so definitely do some research before you go, make sure the water is going to be flowing. Well, we really enjoyed this amazing stop. Now it's back in the Jeep because we still have, as you can see, a while to get to our camp in Bend. Once you leave, you end up crossing over this huge bridge over that river to get to the freeway. And this happens to be a really popular base jump spot. And as luck would have it, there's some guys right now that are about to take the 500-foot drop. So we crossed the freeway as quickly as we could. We pulled over to a safe spot. Michael ran to the cliff to watch, and I popped my drone up. Then we waited. I can only imagine the inner turmoil as you're about to convince yourself to jump off a perfectly good bridge. I'm happy to say they all made it down safely. Well, that timing was spectacular. We got so lucky as we're driving across the bridge. I actually told Michael, I was like, how cool would it be to see him jump off right now? And then we passed like 3 guys that are standing there. Like, there are 4 guys. They're about to jump off. So we quickly pulled over. He ran over to get some phone footage, and I popped my drone up real quick. And that all worked out really well. And I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did.
I'm sweating.
Yeah, I'll do a lot of things. I don't know if I will ever want to, actually no, I don't want to bungee jump. I probably would base jump. No, I think I'd be open to that. Now back to our 7.5-hour drive to the Cascades. If there's one overwhelmingly important tip I can give for road trips, it's to watch your fuel in correlation to the map and where the gas stations are. One of the worst things you can do is go out into the middle of nowhere like we're about to, and then realize you don't have enough fuel to get to the next spot, and then also realize that you can't get back to the last gas station either. This is why I also always mount my Rotopax gas tank on my Sea Sucker mount, and always have extra fuel for that emergency. And now, after hours and hours of driving, we can finally see the mountains. We are here at the Cascades and almost to camp. It wasn't too long after finally seeing those beautiful Cascade volcanoes that we finally also hit dirt. It's a good thing to note that fences like this are often in place to keep livestock in. So when you go through these gates, please make sure to close them, keep the livestock in, keep these lands open. Just made it to our spot, finally. It's been a really long drive day, but so worth it for that camp view. It's incredible. If you saw my video from Bend from last summer when we came to the Overland show, we were camped way over on that point, which was also pretty cool. But I've been wanting to camp here, so there's no one out here, so that is fantastic. So our plan for dinner tonight, you guessed it, is tacos. The bummer part is that I completely forgot that I was just about out of fuel and I was hoping I'd remember to stop at a store and pick up fuel. I did not remember that. So I have the smallest amount in this one and my other one. So I'm hoping, I know the first one's gonna run out probably part way into cooking the meat. So hopefully that one will die. Then I can use the other one. Hopefully that'll be enough to get at least medium well ground beef. So we will see. Otherwise it's gonna be beef sticks for dinner and who knows what else. If you missed part 3 of this whole series, you would have seen that what I'm holding in my hand right now is not what you think it is. It's actually a lighter I got off the TikTok shop, and I absolutely love it. I'm usually a lot better about making sure I have enough fuel for these trips. I think on this one, I was planning to use the little remainders in both these cans and then get a new one, and just completely spaced on buying those new ones. Somehow, I cooked all the meat without even using the first tank. So that's good news. That means I can have coffee in the morning so I'm not out of fuel. Makes me happy. And what also makes me happy is eating these tacos with this incredible view and the sunset view that we are about to experience. Good morning, and an even better morning because I still have propane to make my coffee. I've mentioned this in previous videos, but getting this heater and frother has been a game changer for having just super delicious coffee when you're out camping. That might be the best looking coffee I've had on this trip yet. Oh, tastes so good too. now that we're done eating breakfast and enjoying our coffee, it's time to do a full cleanup of camp, get everything packed away, and then head on into Bend and the Overland Expo. So we've been flying the drone quite a bit on this trip, and I've never had this happen, but as you can see right here, mid-flight, one of the props came off. I don't know how. This is the third time on this trip that it's done that, on 3 different blades. And I don't understand. I've never had this happen before, and then have 3 on this trip. So if anyone has an idea of why that would happen, I'm all ears. It has always happened when we've been on sport mode. Not that that should matter, it's designed to go that fast. But yeah, if you have an idea of why it would do that, I'm all ears. As we are driving, we see this whole layout of the mountains beside us. And my first question is, I want to know what all those peaks are. I've been using this app called Peakfinder for years. If you're not familiar with it, check it out. As you can see, it's awesome and tells you all the names of all the peaks and their heights. Well, that was a close one. I had booked our room that we were going to stay in while being at the expo at the Super 8, which is right next to the whole convention center, which would have been perfect. Somehow, even though I always double check, I booked it for next month. Just no good. And of course, the day before the show starts, everything's booked up. Fortunately, just 1 mile down the road, Motel 6 had 1 last room. So we got super lucky. Otherwise, it would have been Ubering back and forth from Bend 30 minutes away, which would have gotten expensive really quick. So yeah, now we're gonna unload, and then I'll head over and get set up at my booth, or at the booth for Seasucker. But first, before going to the expo, I gotta get the Jeep washed. I couldn't have picked a worse time. It took me 1 hour and 20 minutes before I even got to wash my Jeep. Finally got it all clean though, and now I'm heading into the show to find the booth. And I recognize those tires. Those are Toyo, and Toyo brought some sweet rigs to the show this year. I'll show you those soon. I'm so excited to finally be here. I cannot wait to see all the amazing brands that I know are gonna be here. And I'm so thankful for Seasucker for sponsoring this video and letting me be part of their booth this year. I'm also thankful for this delicious food and a hotel with a bed and a shower. I will see you guys in the morning bright and early for the first day of the expo. Good morning. So it is day 1 here at the Overland Expo, and we just finished a delicious breakfast. And yeah, now to go see a whole bunch of cool stuff and talk to a whole bunch of cool people. So we're here at the Seasucker booth. I got my Jeep with all the Seasucker stuff, some of which I already have and you've seen on previous videos if you follow my page. And some stuff that I don't and that I definitely want to have moving forward. So I'll show you a few things here at Seasucker, and then I'm gonna go check out the whole show and see what other cool things I can show you. If you're looking for a unique light setup that you don't have to have on all the time, this is a pretty cool setup. You can pop it on and pop it off within seconds when you want it. This kitchen setup we do have, and I absolutely love it. We used it a lot last year on a Colorado road trip. So I've had this setup in front runner for a while. But my problem with it is I never have anywhere to mount it. And I just learned they have these things, which totally fixes the problem for me. So I'm gonna have to get some of these. That's pretty cool. One of the first questions anybody asks me about the Seasucker products is, do they actually stick that well? Of course, you had to have had some things fall off. And my honest to God answer is I have never had a single one of these fall off. Even on some of my longer, long road trips of 3,000-4,000 miles, I never have had one come off. They really do stick. They really are an amazing product. Now, let's check out the rest of the show. These mammoth trailers are actually local to me up in the Seattle area, but I've never seen the side of one, and they were right across the way from Seasucker, so I had to check them out. For a trailer that only weighs about 2,000 pounds, depending on options, this thing was so loaded, like having a shower, which is pretty rare for a trailer this size, and then having a full kitchen setup on the outside. It's honestly a pretty cool setup and a very cool trailer, worth checking out if you're in the market. Another great addition to any camp setup is a Devos light, and if you're in the market to get one, or if you already have one, check out the mount from Seasucker. Now, if you want an off-road trailer and just absolute luxury, this thing was pretty wild. It's from a company called BRS Off-Road, and as you can see, the TVs, the built-in speakers, it's pretty set up. Now, if you're looking for more than a trailer and you want the absolute epitome of luxury, check this out. So I just found this vehicle. It's like an Earth Roamer, but like it looks high luxury. So let's go check it out.
But like this is only, it's a thin layer of concrete. It's really nice. Yeah, exactly. Keeps all your counter space.
That build is one of the craziest things I've ever seen. I guess that one's not for sale, but for that general build, he said it's about $980. So a little bit out of my price range. Man, that would be sweet. Man, this is more my style. All the walnut everywhere is just beautiful. I definitely love the size. Those wheels are fantastic. Plenty of room for the family. I think this is a nice alternative to the Jeep once in a while. Just have to get my wife to get on board with that. I think it's sweet. It is really warm out here. So I got myself a blood orange lemonade and it is delicious. Keeps me cool in the heat. Hey, I recognize this truck. This is from my good friends Patrick and Amanda with Rugged Destinations. This is their Gladiator with a whole new addition on the back. They removed the bed and built on this box. It looks fantastic. Good to see it in person finally. If you've seen any of my other videos, then you know I love my setup from Morphlate. I think it's honestly the best one on the market. It's such a cool setup. That's exactly what I have right there. It works really well. Next up is the Dometic and the Front Runner booth. I absolutely love just about everything they make. For anyone that's been following me for very long or seen my Jeep, I have Front Runner and Dometic stuff all over the thing. And hey, there's my Jeep right there. From the rack I have on my Jeep to all their accessories, they really do make top tier products and are worth the investment. These shows are so cool. There's so much just really cool, unique stuff to look at. It's kind of overwhelming. Fortunately, I'll be here for 3 days, so I get to slowly take it in. Just doing small circles. I'll also refueling myself. Yeah, it's really cool though. So that is the end of the first day. I think I'm gonna go to the happy hour where everybody else is and go have some fun. And then I will see you in the morning and check out more of the show. Good morning. So just finished up another good breakfast here at Moe's Breakfast. Really good spot here in Redmond. Now I am waiting for my Uber to get to the expo for another good day. For those that don't know or are wondering, I've been running Toyo MTS on my Jeep for the last probably 3 years and have absolutely loved them. I noticed their booth this year, especially because I know it's a Toyota, but it's a really sweet build. So one thing I'm noticing a lot more of this year compared to last year's Overland show is all the big truck options, which are fantastic. A little bigger than what works for what I do, but they're really cool to look at. So I just found my next dream vehicle. I have long been a fan of Porsche and have always wanted a 911. And something like this, especially the Rally Edition, would be so much fun. I could totally put a rooftop tent on top of this Porsche. Now, room for the family, that might be a little tough, but we'll figure it out. So if you're new to the channel or not new, if you've seen some of our previous videos, we've worked with a trailer company based out of Oregon, and that's Oregon Trailer. And yeah, they're here at the Overland Expo. Love these trailers. I think they're one of the best off-road teardrop trailers you can get. So, and we've got to use this one on our recent California road trip, and that one last fall to Colorado. But these things are super capable. I mean, they've both gone everywhere that my Jeep's gone. They're awesome trailers. Not only are they awesome trailers, but it's owned by two brothers and they're great guys. They just make a really good product. Now on to another cool trailer that Michael just spotted. Yeah, it's really nice. My Jeep could not pull it. Yeah. This is one of the only downsides of having a Jeep is I can't pull really cool trailers like this. I need a Gladiator, but talk to my wife about that one. Besides being fully loaded, it had amazing ground clearance too. All right, to give you perspective, Michael is what? How tall are you?
6'2".
6'2", and he still has a whole bunch of room over top of him.
Wow.
Has a patio. My Jeep does not have a patio. I guess it kind of does. Everything's my patio. But that's pretty cool.
That's pretty sweet.
And look how roomy the inside of this is. Man, so roomy. We still have a whole bedroom back here.
Oh, so interesting. Is it a twin bed? Toilet or separate?
It's a good size shower. I'm guessing, yeah, this must be the toilet. It's your own little powder room. That works.
King or the split twins? King or the split twins? Sorry.
There's a lot of different types of rooftop tents on the market, but this one honestly was pretty different. It's similar to my Dometic in the sense that it blows up, but this one you can put pontoons on it and apparently go kayaking while you're camping. It's a unique blend.
You know, so you're on water.
So these are part of it to go on the water?
Those are really spacious.
It doesn't need it.
This next trailer we found might have been the biggest and lightest trailer of all the ones we saw. There have been so many trailers at this show, and this one is pretty intriguing. It's all pop out. I don't know how much it weighs, but I'm guessing it weighs not a whole lot. But it sleeps. So many, plus just lots of room in here. It's really cool. So this one will fit an entire big family. Yeah, like probably a queen size over there. Looks like a double right there. Probably another queen or double there. Plus just all kinds of storage, plus windows, and we're standing all the way up, including Michael. There's plenty of room. This is really cool, and they're not that heavy. I think this one's like, what did you say, 40?
No, this was like 20, all of them are under 3.
Oh, that's right, under 3,000 pounds.
I think.
That's pretty wild for how big this is. And it has a whole kitchen area on the front side.
And the doors, and the shelves inside are aluminum.
mind is this.
This is big for how light it is. For being under 2,000 pounds, this is massive. Like Michael was just saying, seeing nothing like this here that's this big at this weight level. And for a Jeep like mine, where I can't tow a whole bunch, especially if I'm off-roading with it, this is pretty awesome. I gotta look at the ground clearance though to see what the ground clearance is like. That's also important. It ended up having plenty of ground clearance. This honestly takes the cake of all the trailers I've seen with the size and the weight. Now the other very important camp feature is a good place to take care of the paperwork. And these chairs from Deuces Wild were pretty amazing. All right, let's see how it feels. Not so bad. They only weighed a few pounds and folded flat. It's a pretty good combo. We are coming to the end of the show. I'm doing a final walk around the thing. But yeah, I appreciate you guys joining me for this Overland show. And if you missed the previous videos for the rest of the trip leading up to this, definitely go back and watch those. But I will see you. We will see you on the next adventure.